Tell you how counselling has affected my journey. So I've been in counselling since I was 14, and I think that if I didn't have the resources I had back then, I wouldn't be here today. So I can't stress how important it is for the youth to have available counselling in their area, or just basically anywhere in New Zealand, because our suicide rates are already extremely awful and could be even worse if it weren't for the little resources we have already. But the I Am Hope Foundation and Gumboot Friday have been incredible. They have supported me personally when I needed funding for counselling through my eating disorder. I was in public services for about 3 years, and it wasn't until I switched to private that I really clicked with my counsellor and made progress, but unfortunately couldn't pay for every session. And that's where Gumboot Friday came in, and were able to get me to counselling every week, and I'm a completely different person from when I started, so thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you have been living under a rock for the past few months, you wouldn't know about Gumboot Friday, but so Gumboot Friday is the 3rd of April, where we are trying to raise $5 million to provide, come here, to provide free counselling for kids. This is so important to some of the kids that need counselling before they get into a crisis. So providing that counselling before things start to go downhill is the best type of prevention, because it's better to be proactive rather than reactive. And so by providing this counselling for kids, it means that they don't have to go into waiting lists for how many months, I don't even know, but that it's there for them like right now when they need it. And so we really need you guys to get on board and to do everything we can to raise this money. There is posts on the I Am Hope Facebook page about how you can help and contribute and get other companies and organisations to get on board too. We're getting some posters, and we're going to go post them around in the mall and go into different cafes and see if they'll join in. Everything we can to help our young people in New Zealand. The statistics that we got from last year's Gumboot Friday was that the majority of people taking up the counselling were really young children. And that is incredible that these young kids are taking up the opportunity, because when I was 10, I would be bullied so much going to see a counsellor if anyone knew, which is why I didn't go to see someone in the first place. Now opening up that conversation about that it's actually okay to not be okay and to go talk to a counsellor is so incredible, and seeing these young people getting those skills in place for when things do start to get tough. So now here's a few of people that I've asked to send videos about how counselling has helped them. Even some of the people were able to use the money from last year's Gumboot Friday to get counselling when they needed it. So these are some of my close friends.
For me, therapy has enabled me to take steps forward into my recovery, but more importantly, into a life I never saw possible. Before therapy, I was stuck. I was falling in a downward spiral, ultimately towards my own death. It has given me my life and the hope that there is more out there, more than the pain of living with a mental illness. For without therapy, I had lost all hope. Mental illness isn't discriminatory, for those suffering can be from any walks of life. Worse yet, it includes those as young as primary school-aged children. Therapy saves lives, and I am here as a result of it. So if you need help, please don't be afraid to ask. There is always hope.
The I Am Hope counselling has really helped me through a lot of tough times in the past year. What it has provided for me is a safe space where I'm able to go talk to a counsellor, and the counsellor that I've found is really amazing and really helps me communicate in a way that is best for me. So as I'm very creative, we do a lot of art stuff, which is so helpful for me, and I find it such a great way to get across my emotions. So that's been really helpful for me, and not only have they helped me financially, but it just takes such a load off me not having to worry about having to pay for the sessions and having to work extra hours to pay for the sessions. So I'm really thankful for that. Thanks, I Am Hope.
Access to counselling has been a critical part of my recovery. From helping me figure out better coping strategies to just validating my struggles, counselling is a safe place where I can dig really deep into the very tough places. This is something I wouldn't be able to do alone, and I don't think anyone should have to without support.
Free counselling helped me because it made me feel like I had a voice to someone who really listened. I had someone teach me how to deal with my mood drops and my depressive episodes, and I use these tips and tricks like almost every day of my life, and they pretty much saved me. If you need someone to talk to, I definitely recommend even going to speak to a school counsellor, because bottling things up just isn't good.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to jump on here and say how counselling and psychology, kind of the same things, has impacted my road to recovery. So I started psychology just under 3 months ago in the mental health system after waiting for a very long time, and it has definitely helped my recovery. I've never felt better, so I've spent the last 3 months feeling like myself again, and feeling like recovery is possible. And it's really helped me, as my psychologist would say, use my wise mind and not jump to conclusions, and really learn more about myself and how I can help my own mental health and my own health. And yeah, it's been an awesome journey, and I hope that many other people can jump on the journey of counselling, whether you are in crisis or not. It's always a good thing to have.
Counselling gave me a place to talk. It gave me a place to vent my emotions and to talk about things that were causing me stress and anxiety. And having that person listen to me and bounce ideas off me and give me strategies to cope out in the community. I don't know if I'd be here if I didn't get that help that I needed. She gave me perspective.
Hi, my name's Courtney and I'm 20. I just wanted to talk about the positives that counselling can provide for people. The main one for me was definitely feeling like I've got these big bags on my shoulders before I go to counselling. And you know, when I was talking to my counsellor discussing through the problems, I'd feel like my bags were off my shoulders and they were to the side. You know, feels like the weight wasn't quite on me throughout that period. And as I just kept on talking to my counsellor, you know, we would come up with plans and we would come up with ideas on how to fix things. And towards the end of the session, it would feel like, you know, those bags were in a cart. Like my counsellor had given me a cart to put all my bags in, you know, just until the bags got smaller, and should stay with me until the bags got smaller. I think counselling's very important, you know, when you need to talk about your problems. So, yes.
Hi, I'm Brooke, and I have been in and out of counselling for 8-ish years, I think, and I'm learning to be okay with that. So personally, the way my counsellor helped me was she got me to ask myself this question every day, and it was, what's the worst that could happen? Which is really important for when you're overthinking, or like if you're going into a tricky situation. So that helped me because I could then sort of make a plan based on what the worst is that I thought was going to happen. And I'd feel more prepared going into things and less anxious. And I'm really glad because, you know, I'd write things down and I'd have little cards sitting with me just asking myself questions. And I never would have thought to do that. So I'm really happy she told me about it.
So counselling has really helped me to find my worth, to remind myself that I am loved and cared for by loads of people. It's helped me remind myself of all the beautiful things in life. Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway from counselling is probably understanding. Understanding is everything, really. If you don't have understanding, then things aren't really going to go easy for you. But yeah, a lot of understanding can go a far way, so Yeah.
Hey, my name is Paula and I'm 15. Counselling has really helped me a lot because, you know, it's helped me develop as a person and come up with anger management plans and anxiety management plans and things, and this is really hard for me to admit, but after I was taken advantage of, it really helped me develop from that and continue living my life.
So, hi, I'm Jade. This is my brief video on how counsellors have helped me and my mental health over the last almost year now. They honestly are amazing. The counsellors I've seen through BOPSAS and the ones that I've been recommended through I Am Hope have been absolutely amazing. I have come so far. It's just really nice being able to sit here and film this video, really. If Hayley had asked me to do this 6 months ago, I would have said she's dreaming. I was in no state to be sitting here filming something like this, and now I am, and I'm so happy, and I owe a massive shout out to Hayley for helping me through so much and being a supportive friend. So you guys jump on board for Friday the 3rd of April. It's Gumboot Friday. Find your best gumboots, find someone who's doing that, donate, get on board, help New Zealanders that struggle with mental health, help make a difference. It would honestly mean the world to myself, who is a struggler, and a lot of other people. And also a massive shout out to Mike King for doing everything you do in the mental health community. It's honestly amazing.
So don't forget, April the 3rd, Gumboot Up New Zealand. Go get your cool gumboots. These are from the kids section at Kmart. But yeah, please, please, please get the word out, get your friends involved, organise something, I don't know. And yeah, thank you so much. Gumboot Up New Zealand.